Most people assume that living past 90 is a matter of luck, good genes, or expensive healthcare. But here's something that completely changed how scientists think about aging. In one small island nation, tens of thousands of people routinely live past 100, not in nursing homes, not hooked to machines, but walking, gardening, cooking, and laughing well into their later years. Researchers spent years trying to crack the code. They examined diets, genetics, income levels, and medical access. And after following older adults for years, one truth stood out above everything else. The real secret wasn't food, supplements, or medicine. It was movement. Not exercise the way gyms define it. Not workouts. Just simple, repeated, everyday movements woven into life so naturally that people barely think about them. Welcome to Thrive and Shine, a channel dedicated to helping you build true inner strength and natural outer glow. Here we focus on simple exercises, healthy daily habits, and trusted natural remedies that support your body from the inside out. No shortcuts, no extremes, just gentle healing, growing confidence, and lasting wellness. If you want to feel energized, age gracefully, and shine from within every day, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Thrive and Shine, and let's grow healthier and brighter together. While much of the world tries to fight aging with pills and programs, elders in Japan move in ways that quietly protect their brains, joints, balance, and independence. Harvard and Stanford researchers were stunned when long-term studies showed that older Japanese adults had dramatically lower rates of cognitive decline, fewer falls, stronger joints, and better balance than people decades younger in the West. Brain imaging revealed something even more surprising. These simple daily movements activated multiple regions of the brain at once, keeping neural pathways alive and adaptable. In some studies, these elders showed brain function comparable to people 15 to 20 years younger. What you're about to hear are 6 movements practiced daily by older Japanese adults. They are not trendy. They don't require equipment. They don't look impressive, but together, they form one of the most powerful longevity systems ever studied. We'll start with the simplest and build toward the one movement researchers say has the strongest impact on lifespan. One of them takes less than 2 minutes a day and was linked to an average of 7 extra years of life in a massive long-term study. Most people outside Japan have never even heard of it before. We begin. Take a moment and think about how you move through your day. Not how much you exercise, but how you stand, walk, sit, and balance. Those small choices, repeated thousands of times, may matter more than any workout you've ever done. Let's begin with the movement that forms the foundation of every Japanese elder's day. It looks almost too gentle to matter, which is exactly why many Western doctors once dismissed it. Slow, intentional walking. This isn't about steps, speed, or burning calories. It's about awareness. Older adults in Japan often walk at about half the pace you'd expect, especially in the morning. Each step is deliberate. The heel touches first, then the midfoot, then the toes push gently away. The arms swing naturally. The eyes look forward, not down. Breathing follows a calm rhythm that syncs the heart and nervous system. Researchers discovered that this slow pace allows the foot to fully connect with the ground, activating dozens of tiny joints and sensory receptors that send balance signals to the brain. These signals strengthen spatial awareness and reduce fall risk. Over time, this kind of walking keeps arteries flexible, lowers blood pressure, and improves coordination. In long-term studies, seniors who practiced slow walking daily had dramatically lower rates of arterial stiffness and maintained balance comparable to people much younger. The breathing pattern matters, inhaling gently over a few steps, pausing briefly, then exhaling slowly creates a calming effect that reduces stress hormones. Morning is ideal because the body's natural chemistry amplifies the benefits. Even 10 minutes can make a difference, and many build up to 30 without strain. Natural surfaces like grass or dirt pots provide extra benefit because they challenge stabilizing muscles that flat pavement does not. What makes this powerful isn't intensity, it's consistency. Slow walking teaches the body to move efficiently and the brain to stay engaged over time. It becomes a form of moving meditation that protects both mind and body. From the ground up, the next movement focuses on keeping joints alive and fluid every morning across Japan. A familiar melody signals the start of a gentle full-body movement routine that has been practiced for nearly a century. This routine is not about stretching to the limit or holding painful positions. It's a flowing sequence of motions that keeps the body in constant, gentle motion. Arms rise and fall with breath. Shoulders rotate. The spine twists softly. The ribs expand and contract. Legs lift and bend just enough to lubricate the hips and knees. Scientists found that these movements increase the production of synovial fluid, the substance that keeps joints moving smoothly. Without regular movement, this fluid thickens and decreases, leading to stiffness and pain. Older adults who practiced this daily routine had fewer falls, less chronic back pain, and preserved shoulder and hip mobility deep into old age. Timing plays a role here as well. Doing these movements shortly after waking takes advantage of natural hormone levels that make muscles and connective tissue more responsive. The key is never forcing. Movements should feel smooth and controlled, like moving through warm water. Even partial practice provides benefit, especially focusing on arm lifts and gentle twists, which improve breathing and spinal health. This daily ritual isn't seen as exercise in Japan. It's simply part of the day, like brushing your teeth, and that mindset is crucial when movement is woven into routine. It becomes sustainable for life. Now we come to a position that reveals a stark contrast between cultures. In many parts of Japan, older adults comfortably rest in a deep squat. They talk, wait, garden, or simply pause there. Meanwhile, many people elsewhere lose this ability by middle age. This position, with heels flat and hips fully bent, is one of the most natural human resting postures. Losing it has serious consequences. Long-term studies found that older adults who could maintain a deep squat had far lower rates of assisted living and maintained independence for many more years. The deep squat opens the hips fully, preserves ankle flexibility, strengthens the pelvic floor, and gently decompresses the spine. Cultures that maintain this ability experience far fewer hip replacements and less chronic back pain. Rebuilding this position takes patience, starting with support, such as a wall or a rolled towel under the heels, allows the body to adapt safely. Short, frequent practice works better than long holds. Even a minute at a time, repeated throughout the day, reinforces mobility. Using the squat functionally while reaching low shelves or interacting with grandchildren integrates it naturally into life. This position isn't about fitness. It's about preserving the ability to move freely and independently. When the hips and ankles lose their range, everything else suffers. Keeping this one posture alive protects countless daily movements. Next comes a practice so simple that doctors in Japan prescribe it like medicine: standing on one leg. At first glance, it seems almost laughable, but the data behind it is overwhelming. Standing on one leg forces the body to make constant micro-adjustments. These adjustments train muscles, nerves, inner ear balance systems, and the brain to work together. Large population studies show that seniors who practiced single-leg standing daily had dramatically fewer falls and hip fractures. Brain scans revealed increased activity in areas responsible for coordination and balance. This one movement trains the entire neuromuscular system. The practice starts safely, standing near a wall or chair, lifting one foot slightly, focusing on a fixed point, and breathing calmly. As ability improves, challenges are added. Closing the eyes, turning the head, standing on a soft surface. Each variation forces the brain to adapt and strengthen new connections. What's remarkable is how predictive this ability is. Researchers found that the length of time a person can stand on one leg is a stronger indicator of longevity than many traditional health markers. Those who maintain this skill tend to age more slowly and retain independence longer. Now imagine a movement that works strength, flexibility, balance, and brain function all at once, without lifting weights or stepping into a gym. In Japan, many older adults sit on the floor for meals, conversation, and relaxation. That means they transition from standing to the floor and back up many times a day. Each transition is a complex, full-body task that keeps the body young. Studies comparing floor sitters to chair-only sitters found striking differences. Floor sitters had stronger legs, more flexible hips, and better coordination. Even more surprising, they performed better on cognitive tests. The reason lies in motor planning. Getting down and up from the floor requires sequencing, balance, strength, and spatial awareness. The brain lights up as it coordinates these actions. Learning this later in life takes time, and support is important. Using a stool or hands at first reduces strain. Practicing on a soft surface protects the knees. Even a few transitions a day make a difference. Over time, reliance on hands decreases as strength and confidence grow. The ability to rise from the floor without assistance is one of the strongest predictors of longevity ever identified. Those who retain it tend to live longer and stay independent far into old age. Finally, we reach the movement that researchers say ties everything together. It uses nothing more than a simple towel. At first glance, it looks unremarkable. But long-term studies showed that older adults who practiced this daily lived significantly longer and maintained strength and brain function decades beyond expectations. Holding a towel with both hands and gently pulling it apart creates tension throughout the body. While maintaining that tension, the torso rotates slowly from side to side. This creates isometric contractions that activate deep stabilizing muscles rarely engaged in traditional exercise. Electrodes placed on the body revealed muscle activation in the spine, feet, and even the face. This movement requires both sides of the body to work together, activating both brain hemispheres at once. Brain imaging showed stronger connections between regions responsible for memory, coordination, and reaction time. Grip strength, one of the strongest predictors of survival, remained high in those who practiced this daily. Breathing is synchronized with movement, stimulating the vagus nerve and reducing inflammation. Just 1 minute in the morning and 1 at night was enough to trigger measurable benefits. Beginners use light tension and small movements. Over time, intensity increases naturally. The power of this movement lies in its simplicity. No equipment, no special space, no strain. Yet it influences muscles, bones, nerves, and the brain simultaneously, taken together. These 6 movements form a complete system. They maintain strength, flexibility, balance, coordination, and cognitive health. They don't fight aging, they work with the body's natural design. People who practice them don't just live longer, they live better. They remain independent. They stay mentally sharp. They enjoy their later years instead of enduring them. Modern medicine is incredible, but it often overlooks the simplest truths. Aging is not just something that happens to us. It's shaped by how we move every day. The choice is yours. You can chase complex programs and quick fixes, or you can adopt movements that humans have relied on for generations. The evidence is clear. The path is simple. The only real question is when you'll begin. Remember, real change comes from small, healthy choices repeated every day. If today's video helped even a little, imagine what staying connected can do over time. Subscribe to Thrive and Shine for simple exercises, healthy habits, and natural remedies to support your inner and outer glow. If you found value here, like and share this video with someone who could benefit. Thanks for being part of our community. Keep caring for yourself, keep moving forward, and keep shining.